I recently had a friend come to me and say that they felt financially behind in life and they wanted to know what to do about it. And so I want to make a video about this because this is actually something that I dealt with in the past, largely because, I was comparing myself to people and looking at social media and what everybody's doing. And, it's kind of what we call, comparing yourself to the Joneses, right? So playing the Joneses game. And that's not the way to go. And it's even worse now with, our modern day society and, social media. And we always see what everybody's doing. Everybody's flexing. Everybody's showing what they're doing. But that's a trap that's a game you'll never win because there's always going to be somebody that has more than you. And the only way to really play this game is really just to compare your financial situation to yourself and understand your own, situation, what's required for you to live out your purpose. And also realize that, it doesn't make sense for you to compare yourself to what others seem to have. And understanding that comparison is the thief of joy. You should only be comparing yourself to you yesterday. That's all you can do. And that's, the concept from Atomic Habits, trying to improve by 1% or as much as you can day by day. And this also stems from, our modern Western society now where, people think that how much money they have or their financial net worth determines their worthiness as a person. And that's just simply not true. As a human being, as a soul, money and finance is just one aspect of your life. And really what money is really a neutral piece of energy. It's a tool that can be deployed at any moment in time to buy time, energy, and sometimes other people's attention. And that's really what money can buy you, right? It can also buy you safety, security, food, money, clothing, shelter, allowing you to access new experiences, to gain some comforts, to gain some conveniences. And the most important of all is to actually give yourself the space to carry out your life's purpose, to do things that fulfill you, to do things that give you a feeling of love, joy, peace. And that's really the point and purpose of money. It's really not to be served as a measuring stick of your self-worth and a competition to try to make more money than the other person, because we all have unique needs. And that's really what's most important. It's understanding what's most important for your life, what is your lifestyle, and what is your purpose, and then getting the amount of money necessary to be able to live those things out. And it's different for everybody, right? For one person, it might be $1 million a year that they need to live out their life's purpose. For somebody else, it might be $50,000 a year, another person $100,000 a year. So it's really unique, and it doesn't make sense to compare yourself to other people. And the other thing that you can do is realize that we are a lot more abundant and financially secure than we actually think. And I think the best way to contextualize this is understanding Maslow's hierarchy of needs, right? So we have Maslow's hierarchy of needs at the bottom, where it's more so your physiological needs, and then your safety and security needs, and then your relationships, and then there's confidence, prestige type of goals, and then there's like self-actualization at the top, and then like all the way to like enlightenment, right? And so we can kind of go here and check off, each box and understand, okay, well, do I have food, clothing, shelter, water, clothing, right? Is that a yes? Then, hey, we've actually checked off that first rung, right? That's really the survival stage, right? And so if you're out of the survival stage, then, you're ahead of a lot of people, right? So for example, if you're probably watching this YouTube video right now, you have access to a smartphone. And so I'm assuming that you might be above the survival stage, right? And then there's also safety and security. Do you feel safe and secure on a daily basis? If yes, that's another box you can check off. Boom, even more abundant then. And then the next one, do you have quality relationships with family, friends, colleagues, a romantic relationship? If yes, you can check off another one. Right, so you can already see right now that we're already starting to, gain more gratitude and understanding and awareness that we actually have higher quality of life than we realize, and we don't have to necessarily use money as a benchmark and a tool for how good we're doing in life. The next one is, do we have access to comforts and conveniences within our lives? And if you say yes, then that's another one, right? Think about it. Back in the day, 100 years ago, the richest man didn't have access to all of these comforts and conveniences we have in life. They didn't have Amazon Prime and They didn't have YouTube and all this type of stuff, or smartphones, or even modern medicine. So just being alive today, you already have a super high quality standard of living, especially if you live in, the Western world, right? If you live in North America or in Europe, or, somewhere in the world where, there's a lot of high quality infrastructure, right? Next one, we start moving up. Are you working on goals and projects and self-development that's bringing you to a higher level of self-actualization? Yes or no? And even better, are you working towards your life's purpose? And if so, you are already making enough money. You have all the money in the world that you need if you are able to live out your life's purpose. And so as you go through this list, you can start to understand that, hey, there's a lot of things that we actually have in our life right now that we can have gratitude and appreciation for. And once you start practicing this gratitude and appreciation, you start to feel like you're not behind in life, and that, there's a lot of blessings and abundance already within your life. And when you're in that state of abundance and appreciation, you are now in a state that actually allows you to attract in more abundance into your life. Because think about it. For example, let's say you're in a relationship, right? Or let's say you're trying to pursue a relationship, okay? And let's say you're chasing this guy or girl and you really want them to be in a relationship. That's energy that's repelling that person. You seem super needy, right? And don't you actually realize that things that almost seem like they don't really seem to be that important to you, it almost seems like it's easy for them to come into your life, right? So if you're really needing, I need money, I need this, you're attracting the money. But if you feel like you're already within abundance and that you already appreciative and have gratitude for what you have, it just becomes natural for more abundance to come into your life, okay? And so you might be listening to me right now and saying, okay, Nigel, this all sounds great. You're just trying to get me to feel better about my current situation in life. What are some practical things that I need to do? Okay, fine. Yeah. So, we can get there for sure. So a few practical things that you can do is, first and foremost, I would say get organized with your finances. Understand everything within your financial life. Understand your monthly budget, where all your money's going, how much income that's coming into what accounts. Understanding, how much are you saving and investing in it every month, in what accounts, what investments, and then start to automate all those finances so everything becomes a lot more simple and easy for you. So there's nothing, no human errors that can be made. You have a greater understanding and clarity of where your finances are. So get organized. So once you get organized and you develop a conscious spending plan and where your money goes, then you can start to set more clear financial goals, right? So this can be creating income goals, wealth goals, savings and investment goals, right? Lifestyle design goals. Where do you want to live? How do you want to live? With whom, right? And then once you gain more clarity on these goals, you can now then have a clear direction. And the thing is, you don't have to compare your goals to anybody else's, right? So you're no longer feeling behind in life because you're following your own authentic path. And once we have these goals, we can actually start to develop a solid and clear and definite plan to accomplish those goals. Okay, so we're organized. Everything's becoming automated. We have our clear goals, and then we have our financial plan and how they're going to get there. And then the next final piece really is understanding what your ideal and dream career, business, or side hustle is, right? And so with this, we can actually start to increase our income by doing it in a way that's fulfilling and aligned to us and is actually enjoyable. And when you've been able to create an income streams like this, that's when this whole thing becomes a lot easier, because guess what? Your income's going to go up. You're going to feel great doing, it. And ironically, if you're making money from something that you enjoy, or at least that you're aligned with, then ironically, you actually make more money than doing something that you're just kind of doing just for the money and, just for survival. I mean, by all means, definitely take care of yourself if that's the situation you're in right now. But I would start to plan out what is your aligned and dream sources of income in terms of, let's say, career or business, and start planting seeds and mapping those out. And, with all these things, this is what I have within my financial coaching program. So if this is something that you would find valuable and that you would actually want one-on-one help with in a step-by-step process, feel free to go down in the link below and click on the link and schedule a financial strategy session with me. And from there, we can, determine what your goals are, see what the roadblocks are, and see, what we need to map out for the next 3 months. to get you feeling better about money, gaining more clarity, and getting you right on the right path, so you don't feel like you're behind financially in life. And we can set that up. So if that's interesting to you and we want to see if we're a good fit to work together, schedule that call, and we can see what we can do. So hope you found this video valuable. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you later. Peace.